silsiyoko. Ya
Yo. It's nice to be in orbit.
Nice to be in orbit.
Welcome to another episode of the Obviously Podcast. Today is a special day. Saturday. The real Sabbath. Pay attention. Moments. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Farnsworth. Life is good. Life is good. And even if you're having a shitty time, life is still good. And I have to keep reminding myself that it's so easy to forget about how good we have it. If you live in America, you fucking have it good. Even if you're a homeless person, you have it so good. Anyways, I don't really have any inspiration. I just took 2 shots and it's hot. Can you see the sweat on my forehead? Today we have a special guest. I say we in the royal we, W-I-I. This is my me. Josh G.
Yes.
What up, bro?
Thank you, brother. Whoa, this is my first time doing a podcast with headphones on, hear my own voice.
Pull up that, you're going to want to keep that about a fist away from your face.
Okay, now it's good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thanks for coming through,
Against the Grain is in the house.
Against the grain, dude.
Hey, man.
ATG.
Thank you for having me on as a guest.
So, we did a podcast together on your platform.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. You can go check it out at the Against the Grain Custom
Yep.
on YouTube.
Yep. It was a good time, man.
Yeah.
And I think you were our 3rd guest on the show, And I was just talking to you right now. I was just telling you before, like when we first started this, when me and Brandon first started, I'm like, whoever is like our first, even 20 guests, 100 guests are like the real homies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, the fact that you're our 3rd guest, like just tells everyone in the world like how much you mean to us.
Right.
You've always been a homie. I've always considered you like my little bro.
Right
but
on.
now, I mean, I look up to you. It's crazy, man.
Well,
So,
we
just-
talked about it on the last podcast and like kind of like how we met. And I honestly don't really know. There wasn't really a definitive point, I don't think, where we.
I don't think so.
It was just kind of like you're cousins with Tim, and I always knew Tim, and then it's just like, oh, this is my cousin. And it's just kind of like I always knew you.
I think my first memory of you was like you always asking to bum a cigarette, and I'm
Really?
like, those are bad for you, bro.
Did you have cigarettes? I was bumming cigarettes from you.
At that time, probably, yeah. I think at that time I was smoking Marlboro Reds pretty frequently, right after high school, and you were
72s?
just like, bro, huh?
72s?
Just Marlboro Reds, short stack.
Shit, dude.
I always kept them.
Cowboy killers.
Yeah, I would always just smoke when I drove. Like if I was driving, like from Los Lunas to Albuquerque,
Yeah.
it was just like a quick little buzz.
You don't smoke anymore?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Every now and then, like if I go see the Gershon Bros and I'm hanging out with Tim,
I can't, dude.
he'll
I
throw
can't
me a
even.
drag. It's kind of just whatever. But
Yeah.
the next day, dude, I feel horrible, bro.
For real, dude.
I wake up, I'm like,
I used to smoke a pack a day, dude. A pack
no
of
way,
Camel
dude.
filters a
You
day.
went that deep?
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
And then once COVID hit, I pretty much just like quit cold turkey.
Oh my gosh.
Because I was fucking hella scared, dude, in the beginning of COVID.
Oh, okay.
Everyone was like, we didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Hey guys, low key.
And
I think I'm gonna just make a TikTok and just start wiggle dicking.
we're back with the wiggle dick. Where did you see Alex Jones and Michael Malice?
Who's Michael Malice again? Is he a comedian or?
No, he's like a political guy.
I saw Alex Jones on the last podcast I saw him on was on Flagrant 2.
So good.
That was
dude.
the funnest one, bro.
It was so funny.
It's I just love to see Alex Jones just being free in himself.
You should see him on
He's
Kill
like, I'm
Tony.
canceled. Just let me just have fun. No, I saw him on Kill Tony too.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of Kill Tony, bro.
Same, bro.
Isn't that such a genius idea?
It is, but
You know-
Joe Rogan's right. It's not good for your first time. If you want to do comedy for the first time, you shouldn't go to Kill
But
Tony.
who cares? There's some people that make it. You
Yeah,
can't
but-
say like what's that guy's name? The redneck guy with the red hair.
He was on the last episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
there is opportunity.
But nobody knows who that guy is except for in Austin, or unless you watch Kill Tony. And it's not to say that he's not a bad comedian.
You can't say that like having him as a headliner on Kill Tony won't give him massive exposure. And he just started a podcast with that other black homie that always roasts. Tony.
Dave something.
There's opportunity everywhere, guys. Like, don't say like, don't do this, don't do that.
Right.
Just jump into it and be yourself. And if that road ends, then just jump into something else. You know what I mean?
So this is kind of...
But they do roast them bad. I know that's why you're saying that. Like, Tony will just, like, rip them.
Well, this is kind of... I don't really care about that. I think it's bad for a first comedian just because you're getting negative exposure. You're getting exposed to a lot of negative things that you don't really want to put out there necessarily.
But what if you kill it in front of Alex Jones?
There's a possibility, but you probably won't. You know?
So like... The show is basically like either rise quick or fall quick.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And you can come back, you can come back and do a better job next time and always do a
But they kind of haze them a lot.
For
like,
sure.
I've noticed, like, Tony's kind of a jerk, bro. And he's like, come on, bro. Like, just lick this girl's toes. And he's like, you know what I mean? Like, there's
sometimes where Tony's a jerk and I'm like, man, I wish that I could be like that. I wish that I could say things like that to people when they're being a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, people are so dumb, dude, and they have this platform, and they are funny as fuck, and so these people come on the show, and they think it's going to go one way, but it doesn't go that way at all. It goes the completely opposite way, and then they have no control, and they don't know what to do, and so they act dumb.
Right.
And then as a comedian, it's so easy. It's like if you're a lion and there's a wounded antelope right there, bro. It's like, dude, I'm gonna fucking go in for the kill, dude. It's not like I'm gonna go running after this other antelope and I have this one right here. That's what they do.
But that's a good way of weeding out like the real from the fake, because if you're a real comedian, you could just make fun of whatever's happening in the moment. Like, you look at Tim Dillon, for example. There's moments where he gets called out and like dumb stuff.
Right.
And he'll just joke about it and still make you laugh. But it's
Dillon...
off the dome. Like, that's what a real comedian is to me. Is like someone who could literally be in the moment. You get a heckler, you gotta handle them. Yeah. Like, you can't just show up and like have a script, and if your script doesn't work out, like, everything falls apart.
But not everyone is Tim Dillon. And a lot of these people who are going up there...
He should be someone that comedians aspire to be, though.
Yeah, dude, he's like... Yeah, he's my idol for sure.
Yeah.
I look up to that guy a lot. And not just for the sake of him being funny, but just because he knows a lot, dude. He knows so much about...
He's holding back a lot, too.
Yeah, bro.
He acts dumber than he thinks he is.
Yeah.
And that's the same as Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan does it a lot more.
Sometimes they play dumb. He's like, I'm just a comedian. It's like, bro, calm down.
So do you think that... I was going to talk about something else, but this just made me think of this. Do you think that Joe Rogan is compromised? Do you think that the Spotify episodes are...
If you take $100 million deal on Spotify, you don't think you've got some phone calls?
I think that he's had phone calls before. I think that... And it was a $200 million deal. He got $100 million plus another $100 million. So it's a $200 million deal.
I'm not saying he's compromised, but I'm just saying he gets a phone call here and there.
So I think that it's interesting that he has Mike Baker on regularly now. And Mike Baker...
Is he that CIA?
Ex-CIA. Yeah, old guy.
Ex-CIA.
Yeah, you don't ever get out, bro. It's like a gang. You don't ever get out, dude. You're always in. You're always in.
It's like Andrew Cooper. What's that guy's name?
Oh, Anderson Cooper?
Anderson Cooper. It's like, he was an intern for the CIA, but then he never did it again.
He flew on the Epstein flight. Did you know that?
Did.
He was
so
on
did I.
He was on the Epstein flight, bro.
I'm just kidding. I'm literally just kidding. Okay.
This is where I was gonna.
That was a joke.
This is where I was gonna go when we were talking about Kill Tony and comedy and all that shit. I started the podcast because I thought I could make money from the podcast. I've since abandoned that idea. I've shut down the Patreon page. There's no sponsors. There's no active seeking of revenue now. Just because there's nobody who listens to this fucking podcast. Like, there are people who listen, but it's not that big, and it's not going to happen. So I've abandoned that idea and kind of set the podcast to be something where I can practice talking and practice getting out thoughts, or practice like just fucking around, just talking shit.
Yeah.
And I think now with that mindset, it's going to make the podcast better. It's going to make it... But
go ahead, finish.
I don't want to be... So I was listening to Adam Curry on Joe Rogan, and he's like, dude, if you want to be a podcaster, he's like, you could do it. He's like, you can get a successful following. He's like, but you're not going to make money from it. He's like, if you get 1,000 people to listen to you and you get 1,000 people to support you directly, that's how you get paid. He's like, if you start out a podcast, he's like, you're not going to just make money off a podcast.
Exactly.
And that's where I was kind of fucking up. I was thinking like, oh, this is going to be something that I can make money off of. But
and that's not your fault for thinking that. Like,
right.
That's a false dream that all these podcasters like make it out to
because
be
they don't
real.
know. They don't know.
But like, I mean, I'm so glad that you brought that up because, I mean, you know, Brandon, he's my co-host. We've done Against the Grain, and literally from episode 1, we said we're not gonna do this strictly for money.
Yeah.
Like everything and if we do make money, we're giving it straight back to this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to run off and act like some greedy person, you know? Because like think about, I mean, like I hate to bring up church, but like when you go to church and they're like, hey, you know, and by the way, you know, if you donate, you know, as soon as they bring that up, it turns you off almost. And it's not your fault, it's not their fault, but like as soon as money is in the equation, you automatically think that they're just wanting to reel you in for their money. But like if I look internally and I think about why I watch the podcast that I watch, it's because of their authenticity. Mm-hmm. You know, if someone is real and I know that they're being real and they're not trying to do it for anything else, but they're just being themselves, and we have a lot of the same interests, watch a lot of the same podcasts, they never bring up money. You know what I mean? I'll mention the Patreon. They're already way up there, but
H3 will mention money.
H3 will, yeah.
They're huge, though. I mean, they're
dude,
fucking huge.
You can't even compare yourself to them at this point. You know, like they're literally not even the same page. Shout out to frenemies.
Frenemies, boy, you got that merch.
We got that merch.
That merch, boy.
Hey, we know frenemies was canceled, but you know we out here.
Dude.
But no, for real though, bro. Like, and that's one of the main reasons that kept me to keep pushing to do podcasts is authenticity. Like, I follow real people, or at least people that I know or I think is real. Mm. You know, if I see someone opening up and telling real stories and not like, hey, everyone, welcome to my podcast. I'm going to give you 3 lessons on how to be successful in life. And I'm like, bro, I grew up with you. We're literally making the same amount of money. You're acting like you're a millionaire, bro. Yeah. Like, stop. You know, like, I want to follow the people that I can relate to.
Right. And it's hard, bro, once you get the microphones and you've got the computer and then you've got the soundboard and then you're like, okay, I'm going to do it, dude. It doesn't mean shit, bro.
No.
It doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't.
And the scope of the internet, man, the internet is so vast and so large. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of hours of shit getting uploaded every fucking day.
Yep.
And so this is kind of the attitude I have now, to where you text me the other night. You're like, dude, let's promote the podcast. I'm like, okay. Like, if you post something, I'll repost it.
Yeah.
But I've kind of come to this point where I'm like, I'm not posting I'll post a picture on Instagram. That's it. Hey, episode 7 with Josh, you know? Or maybe, I think it might be episode 6. I'll post that. But I'm not going to keep posting shit. I'm not going to, like, hey, this is what I used to do. I would send the podcast to everyone. Hey, bro, check out the podcast. I'm done with that.
Right.
That was the first stage of things.
Right.
People know the podcast now.
Right.
A lot of people do. I've literally gone to places in Los Lunas and seen people, and they're like, hey, dude, I listened to your podcast.
Right.
It was Ryan Slama, bro. Shout out to Ryan, bro, at Walgreens.
Big R.
He's like, dude, I listened to your podcast. I'm like, I don't even know who the fuck you are, bro. And then...
Yeah, it's weird. I've been at random breweries in Albuquerque, and there's people that I haven't seen in like 15 years. And they're like, dude, I've been watching every episode. It's crazy. But you don't do it thinking about those people. No. You know? And that's why people keep watching, you know? If you're constantly trying to sell someone something, dude, it's like an infomercial. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't want to shove your information down someone's throat. When I watch a podcast, I want to just feel like I'm a part of the conversation, and maybe I'll get a couple 2 good things out of it. Mm. Like, I'm the type of person that just loves storytelling.
Same.
Whether it's real or fake, I just want to hear someone just tell stories and be themselves.
Yeah. You
know, but if you're like, hey, everyone, like, I don't know why, dude. I'm so good
Turned
at
off
just
by that shit.
I'm instantly, bro.
Yeah.
And I want to talk to those people because I'm like, you know, what you're selling or what you're promoting probably is good or is real, but the way that you come off makes us sound like you're better than us, and it instantly turns off the real people.
So that's what I didn't want to do. So that's where I kind of started coming from, and that's where I started spoiling the podcast, bro. I started making it shitty, and then I'm like, dude, I fucking literally forgot the reason why I did this.
And that's the best, probably, that's a blessing.
It's been 2 years, bro, since I started the podcast. 2 years. And this is the 2nd year anniversary rolled around. I was like, what am I doing, dude? Like, I'm fucking so unhappy, dude. I'm so unhappy with everything, dude. I'm fucking depressed, dude. I'm so fucking depressed, dude. Every fucking day I'll wake up and I'll be like, dude, is this the fucking day where my life will change, and then it's like my fucking brain is like, no, dude, because you're a piece of shit. That's my brain, bro. That's the way that my fucking like thought pattern is. And so thinking about the podcast and wanting to push this out to people and inspire people is impossible, dude, with that attitude. It's impossible.
No, but on the same time though, bro, like by you just like saying what you just said, someone is listening to this right now and they feel the same as you.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like there's people that are listening to this and they're just like, you know what, Nate's my friend, I know, and you know, I'm just gonna watch this to support him. But when you say real stuff like that, they're like almost want to support you even more. You know, vulnerability is more relatable. If you act like you're the highest of the high and you've never messed up in life, that's what makes people depressed.
Yeah.
But people who admit that they're struggling and they're trying to make, you know, just make it every day to day, those are the people I want to stand by, you know, because I can relate to them. I'm not on top of the world, bro.
Yeah.
None of us are. I mean, even the people that act like they are, even admit, like, they're more depressed than us. We think we're depressed. Those people at the top, in real life, are so depressed.
For real, dude.
But they don't admit it. So we're more free than them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We're way more free. And they almost wish that they could be like us and just be vulnerable.
Right.
So, like, don't be afraid or don't hold back to just be who you really are and see how you feel.
Do you know who I really love, dude? David Cho.
Dude, David Cho's... Dude, did you watch Tiger Belly episode 3? Dude.
He's the man.
That was
dude,
my favorite. Hey,
did you see him
hold
on Joe Rogan?
Hold on.
What you got?
I'm going to just bow to Nate right now because I love him.
I love you too, bro. Dude, David Cho on Joe Rogan literally changed my life.
Oh, he's on Joe Rogan recently?
It was like about a year ago, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So good, dude. Like, the way that he talks about depression, dude, the way that he talks about suicide, everything, man, is me. Dude, 100%. If you fucking listen to him, if you want to have, like, an insight to my mind and the way I fucking... Dude, just listen to David Cho on Joe Rogan. The last time he was on Joe Rogan, everything he says, dude, is me. Like, it's crazy. And he talks about, like, being bipolar and, like, just his depression and, you know, suicidal thoughts in the past. Bro, this motherfucker was in prison in Tokyo, dude.
Yep.
Like, he's lived a crazy life, man. And then
he's seen it from so many different perspectives.
And he still does this. He still does podcasting. And so I'm like, man, someone like David Cho, I want to be like him, dude. I want to be like him in the fact that he just creates and there's no apologies. What did you see him? You saw him on the Tiger Belly, right? When he was like getting really confrontational with Bobby Lee. And he's talking about making the show. He's like, dude, you have 3 guys in here, and you have 4 fucking cameras. He's like, let's shoot the show.
He's like, why are you bowing down to all these corporate losers?
It's so
why are you asking for their approval?
Yeah.
He's like, by the time that your idea gets through X, Y, and Z, it's gonna be nothing compared to what you wanted it to be.
He's like, so let's just do it.
He's like, let's just do it. I got handcuffs.
Yeah.
Like, I know Kalila got handcuffs. And I was gonna, but he's like, just do it, and that's what we're doing. That's what everyone. Like, you don't need to seek these people with money's approval.
Right.
That's the freedom of the internet, you know. And I don't know how long it's going to be this way, but like, that's why there's so many people that are, you know, famous or making money is because they're so authentic. You know, you look at people, even like going back. I just saw a YouTube video with Steve-O from Jackass. Mm-hmm. Dude, he was so authentic from the beginning, you know. And we saw him literally go through like the worst of the worst.
Right.
And now he's the most clean out of any other Jackass member. And it's kind of cool because you didn't just get to see him up here, you know, you got to see him literally like tweaking out, you know, and we went through all that. So that's why we love him even more, because we're rooting for him.
It's sad to see Bam, bro. It's sad to see Bam where he's at right now,
and he's not
man.
even on the new Jackass film. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know.
So they just did a Jackass 5.
Yeah.
It's going to come out like next year. Bam's the only one that's not in it.
That's fucked up, man. It really hurts me, dude. It really hurts me, dude, to see videos of Bam. And then he's just like not there, dude. He's just not there.
What do you think? What do you think is like the biggest reason why? Like, do you think it's because of his best friend dying? And he just fell into a dark path?
I think it has a lot to do with Ryan Dunn dying. But also, man, we don't know what it's like to live in that Hollywood world. We don't know the things he's seen, the things that he's done. I mean, if you're a listener to the podcast, you know that I'm a fucking conspiracy theorist, and
Purist.
I definitely think that, dude, Bam Margera was one of the most influential people of his time when he was in his prime, bro. When he was in his prime, he was on everything, dude. He
was like the Mac
everywhere.
Miller of our generation growing up.
Bigger than Mac Miller,
Yeah,
dude.
was.
Because it wasn't just music, dude.
Yeah.
It was
a lifestyle.
It was entertainment incarnate, dude. He would do the most fucked up shit, the most crazy shit, and the most funny shit on his show. And I think that
No script.
No, well, who knows? It probably was a little bit scripted, but no,
Dude,
no script. But they definitely had an outline. They
had the balls to just do whatever.
But I think that, dude, it was just like we were just saying. These people who are rich and they have money, they have power, they have success. They're unhappy, dude. They have reached this pinnacle of success, and they've realized that it's not enough, dude. That it's not enough to satisfy.
Right.
And I can say that, dude. I've never reached, success like Bam Margera.
Right.
But I have my own house now, dude.
Yeah.
I have a girlfriend. I have a dog. I have, all this stuff here. And it's not to say that I have my girlfriend, right? She has me too, right? It's not that I own her. She has me too. I have all these wonderful things, dude. And at the end of the day, I fucking still will lay down and then think to myself, man, like, I don't have enough, bro. I don't have enough. It's not enough. When I used to live at my brother's house, I'd be like, dude, once I have my own place, I'm going to be happy, dude. It's going to be fine. Like, everything's going to be fine. Bro, not at all.
Right.
Not at all, man. And I think it's good to have these goals and things to reach for.
Yeah, of course.
But, like, that shouldn't be the end, dude. That's why you see people like Will Smith, bro. Like, they just keep doing shit.
Yeah.
They just keep doing things because you can't fucking stop, dude. There's no place where you can stop. Fucking Jeffrey Bezos, dude. He just keeps getting richer and richer. He won't stop, dude. This last year, 2020, was the best year he's ever fucking had, dude.
Right.
And, I think that speaks to someone who has success like that. Someone who has billions of dollars. That speaks to that, dude, is that they fucking don't quit and that they aren't fucking ever satisfied.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm trying to do with the podcast. I'm trying to not care and then not be satisfied and not put too much in. Because if you put too much in...
By too much, what do you mean by too much in? Like too much of yourself or too much effort?
Yeah, both. I think that you shouldn't put in so much effort. I think that it's like something that you should try for, but you shouldn't put your whole self into it because who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit,
Yeah,
dude?
Dude, that's exactly what, me and Brandon, shout out Brandon Carejo, when we started our Against the Grain podcast, we literally record it and drop it to YouTube that same night. I don't even review it, nothing. Like,
Nice.
If I said something that was inappropriate or that could cancel me, it's out there.
Yeah.
Because that's as real as it gets. And if we think about it too much, and you got a good thing going on, though. I'm actually looking up to you, the way that you got your setup here and everything.
Thanks,
I want to one day get, like, edits like how you have and a microphone. It's beautiful.
Thanks.
But just the realness of it, like, people just want to be with you and not have the corporate version of you. There's so many people that are up there that are corporate versions of themselves. That's why they're so unhappy, because they're so corporate. They have to apologize for every little thing that they do, But the new generation behind us is seeking real mofos.
Right.
Like us.
Yeah.
They're thirsty. Why do you think that Too Flagrant is so popular? Because they talk about subjects and they be real about stuff that these people on, like, ABC aren't even talking about.
Yeah.
And so that's that's our opportunity to grow, We should see that and look up to those people and say, look, these people are up there. Sure, they're probably going to get canceled one day, but they'll never lose their fan base. And more than anything, you want people who aren't following you just for the hype. They really just feel like your friend,
Well, like Crystalia, you said they get canceled, but they don't lose the fan base. Dude, his fan base is still there.
Yeah.
He still has hundreds of thousands of people supporting him.
Right.
This is something I talked about on the podcast with Noah, but I cut out because we talked about 20 minutes. We talked about Crystalia, and I just cut the whole thing out.
Yeah, because it was a sensitive time. Or when it happened, was that when he first got canceled?
No, this is just a
couple of weeks,
5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, maybe. We talked about it, and I cut the whole thing out because it just didn't really mesh with the whole podcast, and because I didn't want people to get the wrong idea. because I'm still a fan of Crystalia, dude. And
Life rips, bro.
dude, if he really did something wrong, if he really did, I would not support him.
Yeah.
And if I find out that is the case, I would totally drop him in a second, dude, in a fucking heartbeat. But I don't think that's the case, dude. I don't think that.
Well, he would be in jail, right? If he did
That's
something
what I'm
illegal.
saying, bro.
Like,
Or
he would already be like Cosby.
Or he'd be in court. He'd at least be in court. He'd at least be catching a case, dude. He doesn't have to be in prison.
Yeah.
Like, all I would need is for him to go to court and to see him pay someone off.
Right.
That's all I would need. Okay, he's guilty.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything like that. You see rumors of people talking about, oh, he's paid this girl off and he's paid this. But that doesn't hold any weight because I can't know if it's true. Just like the screenshots, bro.
Yeah.
The screenshots of all the text messages that he was sending to these girls, that shit could be faked.
Yeah.
Like, who knows, dude?
Well, it's already been proven that they could do that.
And when he comes forward in his video, too, I don't know if you watched the 30, there's like a 10-minute video.
I've watched it all, yeah.
Because
I'm a big fan of him, and
dude,
I was
me
really
too.
curious.
He came out and he talked about his sexual addiction, dude, and him cheating on his girlfriend, fiance, and all that stuff. And, like, I'm inclined to believe him.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, man, it's really easy to spot inauthenticity.
Right.
Not necessarily in Hollywood.
And that's just on the human being, though. You have to just be smart enough to see the bullshit through the real shit and the real shit through the bullshit.
And that's not like if he was an actor and he was in a movie, he could hide it. But this is the thing that's crazy about podcasts is the dynamic is so different to anything in Hollywood.
Right, it's raw.
It is raw, and especially when you have a fucking camera pointing right at you. And I don't know, dude. I am inclined to believe him just because I want to believe that the goodness of people still remains. I don't want to just believe that everyone's just like this evil person who has all this fucked up shit going on, because that's the way it seems with everyone. But the reality of it is that nobody's perfect, dude. And everyone that you fucking look up to has something fucked up in their past.
Dude, we're all human beings, bro. Like, there's literally no one perfect. There was one perfect person, lived BC,
Yeah.
But now, everyone's got their own demons. And if we can just realize that and accept that and know that we're all struggling and we're all on the same page, the world would be so much easier. But we just love to point the finger, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, especially people that are online, on YouTube, it's so easy because you can point the finger and your face doesn't have to be involved. No one has to be connected to who you are. You could just say the worst stuff about people.
Right.
And, I mean, I kind of started getting it a little bit with my podcast. I didn't think I would so soon. But, like, I've had, like, multiple feminists attack me.
Same, dude.
And they're like, why have you not had a woman on? I know you, Josh, and, you're a cool person, but is there a reason? And I'm like, you're looking too deep into this. Yeah. And I was just honest. I'm like, when me and Brandon started the podcast, we just wanted to have our best friends as the first, 20 whatever episodes.
Yeah.
It just so happens that, like, my best friends aren't all girls.
Right.
And I didn't think about it.
I
wasn't like, like, I don't know. I just didn't think about it. That's how, like, real we are.
You shouldn't think about it.
And, and I do have a lot of girlfriends and stuff. And I have a girlfriend as well. But, I planned on getting girls down the road or whatever. But it didn't take a girl to tell me that for me to get a girl on.
No.
I was just smart about it. I had all my best friends on. And it's like, at the end of the day, who cares? Yeah. We're just being real.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think about, I'm only going to do guys this podcast. Like, it's just, I want to hang out with my friends. Can you just accept that and know that we're being real?
Right. Dude, it's funny to look at people's perspectives and the way that they
interpret things so different.
Analyze things. Yeah, dude. Fucking last year was when I started getting attacked by these fucking feminists on Twitter, bro. And I had to delete the podcast Twitter. I just deleted it, dude. Because
I know I tried to tag you today. I was like, where is it at?
No, I deleted it, bro, because I was getting fucking like death threats and shit, dude. And so this one girl, she posted something on about her son, and she's like, "Oh, I hate when men when you're in public and a man says honey or sweetie and calls me by one of these pet names." She's all, "I have a son, and I will never raise him to. I will raise him to know that it is not okay to use these pet names." And then so I was like, I was just bored. I was at at a museum with my girlfriend and my brother, dude. And I was just bored. I was
got them Twitter fingers.
I just was like, sounds good, sweetie, or something like that. Sounds good, sweetheart.
Cupcake.
Yeah. And then she's like, "Oh, you pig and all this shit. So then like after that, bro, it just kept on coming. And so it wasn't like they attacked me out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I kind of asked for it for sure. But this is ridiculous, dude. The things that they fucking have to complain about is ridiculous. It's bro.
Dude, you know, we're at a stage a stage in our country, in our society, specifically the United States, where we have too much.
Yeah.
I hate to say it because, you know, there is people starving still. There's people that are in poverty. But the people that are like that, the people that you're talking about, they're bored, bro. If you have that much time to respond to Twitter and make all these comments and be upset, you're not doing enough with your life.
Right.
Like when I'm done with my day, I'll glance at my Facebook, whatever, and I'll go to bed. Like these people aren't busy enough. They're not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're not working enough, but they should just
No,
keep
they're not
themselves
working.
busy in other ways.
They're not
you know?
working, bro,
Get
because-
yourself involved in something more positive.
Right.
Twitter is like a cesspool for just horrible stuff. You can swim so deep until you find that like group chat that's just horrible.
Yeah.
And they'll suck you in and they're like, you're one of us now. And it's like, stop. You know, this isn't real life.
Right.
You know, in real life, people don't talk the way that they do on here. You don't just go up to people in public and just say. And then the crazy thing is these people get enough confidence in their little circles that they'll actually lash out in public and they'll get put in their place real quick, bro. And it's like, nah, this is real life. You need to calm down, Karen. You know? It's like you've been living this imaginary life and thinking everything's okay, but you can't just like call people these names and be like horrible to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like so the thing like the internet is meant to make us like want to expand our, you know, our friends and understand the whole world. But in other ways, the internet has made us just find our little circles
For sure.
and stay in our circles.
It's
Like you can find anything you want to agree with, anything, and you'll stay in that circle.
yeah. And you know what's fucked up is Google knows what you
Yeah,
are
they'll
looking
recommend
for.
friends that are like have the same interests.
Well, like let's say for instance you have a certain belief on a certain political topic.
Yeah.
And you've had a smartphone for the past 10 years. Google knows what to give you. Google knows what to give you to confirm your bias.
Right.
Google knows what to send you. Facebook knows what to send you. Twitter knows what to put up that you like. It knows what you like because it fucking knows you. AI knows us, dude. That's the craziest thing is that we have on every one of these little apps is a fucking living computer that dissects everything that we do and it breaks it down into the smallest fucking portions to where it knows, oh, Nate's favorite color is green. I like, how does it know that, dude? How does it know? Like all these fucking things. I have TikTok. I have
We should
other
make a TikTok
data
after
collecting. We should. With data collecting apps. So like I get it. I know how it's happening. I don't really know. I guess I'm kind of boomering out right now.
So I mean, I forgot what that documentary was called on Facebook.
The pandemic.
No, it was
Judy
some-
Mikovits, Plandemic. Check it out.
There you go. They're basically one of the guys who used to work for Twitter or something who's not working for Twitter anymore, just like, you know, blew the whistle
Oh shit.
and started like a documentary and basically just said like the reason I quit is because these people, like your information is more valuable than anything.
Yeah.
Like people, like
the
that's
most
why these
valuable commodity.
corporations is just paying to know what you want.
Right.
Like eventually everything is gonna become an advertisement.
Right.
Like if you're not advertisable, whatever, I just said that so wrong. But if you're not like, you know, capable of selling or marketing like items they want, you're gonna get canceled. Yeah. Like it's just gonna turn into buy. We know what you want, blah 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 blah. Why do you think we have all these cool things? It's cool now, but like at the same time, it's like, can you just leave me alone? I want to learn new things. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to just get thrown the same things over and over again.
It's hard, dude, because I'll get sucked into TikTok and I'll waste hours, bro. Hours. Because I don't do shit, man. Like, I work DoorDash and then I'll work here on whatever I have going on with the podcast or computer. But other than that, dude, I really don't do shit. I don't really hang out with anyone.
Like, have you seen the beginning of Pineapple Express?
Yeah, dude. So, dude, one of the
Like,
best.
there's so many people who are so willing to. Just
One of the best
dive deep.
openings. So it's interesting, dude. So if you look at the beginning of Pineapple Express, the way that they frame this whole scene of like the military watching a test subject in the military, a soldier testing drugs.
Yeah.
Right, and then they want to see how the drugs affect him and the benefits and the side effects, right? So they're fucking observing him,
Asking him questions.
all kinds of shit. So if that's exactly what this guy James Ketchum did, it's from the 1950s to the 1970s, bro, and he tested all kinds of these fucking chemicals and shit on soldiers, and he made these propaganda films. One of them is called The Cloud of Confusion, and one of them is called something else. I don't remember. But The Cloud of Confusion is about this fucking drug called BZ. I don't remember what the full name is, but they abbreviated it into BZ. And basically, his whole thing was he was the one who was testing like LSD and stuff like this on soldiers, and this BZ.
Is that where that movie came from? Guys Speak to Goats or something?
That's kind of like the
George
same.
Clooney?
It's kind of the same
That's more
world.
like
That's kind of more psychic stuff. But it's like
what's that project called?
MK Ultra.
Yeah, that's more like MK Ultra, right?
They're all together. MK Ultra, MK Bluebird.
It's just, dude, I just watched
They're all the same, bro.
The Manchurian Candidate the other day for the first
movie.
time.
Good, dude. So good. I have to pee
Kinda weird.
so bad right
You want to take a break? Because I do too.
I'm gonna take a pee break.
Love you, baby.
Be right back.
Dude, I have to pee so bad. You need some water. Some pink water. Here you go. It's good for you.
Thanks, bro.
I should probably put on my glasses. Hey guys, so
have to do
you
whatever
you guys are wondering why is this lunatic wearing white glasses that look like he's from the 25th century? Oh, I should have got actually some water. What are you looking for?
Yeah. Here, I got you.
All right,
Cool.
I'm gonna keep talking, just riffing. So you guys are probably wondering why I have these glasses. Why is this loser wearing glasses? What is he blind? What is he? What's going on? So this is actually so I do a podcast called Against the Grain Custom on YouTube, and it's just part of our marketing, our promotion. We just like to wear like over the top glasses, white glasses, like against the grain. Like when you think of against the grain, you think of like people that are just like out there, right? Like they're going the opposite of what everyone else is going. What's the weirdest thing you'll possibly do? Wear these stupid glasses. So like I acknowledge that I look like an idiot, but that's part of my brand. Don't take yourself too serious.
ATG.
ATG baby. Life's all about not taking yourself too serious. You get these people who they show up every day acting like they're about to show up for a corporate meeting, and you know what?
So this is something that I've kind of like have come to realize in the past couple of weeks. Here, I'll put that top on. Is that you're saying like don't take yourself too seriously? Fucking dude. People will literally walk in Walmart.
What?
People will walk into Walmart like they own the place, bro.
Dude,
like they're
are
the
you
baddest
kidding me?
motherfucker.
That's
It's like
me. I walk in Walmart and I'm like, this is my house.
But you're like, dude, it's a Walmart, Like, you're just a guy, and you're here.
I'm just a kid, and my life is a nightmare.
And that's where I'm like, I don't want to be that type of person
Yeah.
in my life, in my everyday life.
You don't got to be the center of attention everywhere you go, bro. You're not the smartest man in the room. You don't got to prove anything to anyone.
That's what I always think is that
Some
I
of the
have something
realest
to prove.
No, dude. The
Like-
realest people in life, low key.
And so this is kind of where I had a self-realization. This is why I'm doing the podcast again, because if you've noticed, I haven't fucking put out a podcast in a minute.
Yeah.
It's because I had
Cheers
this
to
fucking
that.
self-realization,
Same here.
bro, that nobody gives a fuck, bro.
No one really does. I do about you, though. I love you.
Likewise, bro. Love you too. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
What am I, 18 again?
That's not good. Oh.
Oh, my God. That water, dude, you need to check your water lines because that water was pretty rough. Anyways, welcome to the podcast.
No, I was saying something important.
Say it with your chest.
I think that my landlord pays the water.
No,
I
tell
think
me what
there's
you were saying.
I
You were
think
about
there's
to say
something going on with the water, bro. I'm
There
telling
is,
you.
bro.
Yeah.
I feel like I just...
No, my landlord pays the water, and he's like, so fucking get this, bro. I see this fucking cocksucker at the fucking El Camino.
Whoa.
Fuck him, dude. Fuck him, dude.
At the El Camino, what's that?
The El Camino tap room. He's such a fucking fucker.
Oh, is that the
if you
place
see
that the
this,
Gershon Bros
fuck
play?
you, dude. Yeah, bro.
Hey, what's up, bro?
He's such a
Step
fucker.
up. What's
He's
his
such a
name?
fucking.
We're gonna
I'm not gonna say
dox
his
him
name.
right
I'm
now.
not gonna say his name. He's a fucker though, dude.
Send all the Los Chav homies after him.
And I saw him at the fucking El Camino tap room.
Ooh.
And he's like, "Oh, hey, Kevin, what's up?" Because
Is
it's
he
my first
young
name,
Cap?
Kevin. No. And I'm like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And he's like, "Hey, yeah, because he pays the water." So he's like, "Hey, man, the water's been good." He says, "You haven't even been using close to the cap." He's like, "So, man, if you want to use more," he's like, "Go for it, use more." I was like, okay, for sure, man. I don't give a fuck. I don't know why you're telling me this. But then he's all, oh, what did I tell you? What was the limit? I told you that I would pay. I'm like, oh, you said you would pay it as long as it didn't go up to $130. And then he's all, no, that's not it. That's not what I said. I'm like, for real, bro?
Wow.
Like, dude, I'm like, I don't even want to fucking talk to you right now, dude. Like, and then you fucking come over here and laugh in my face at a question you ask me.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
Dude, I mean, I wish I could go into other people's minds and wonder why.
Bro.
But it's not gonna happen, dude.
There's no use, dude.
There's no use, bro. You gotta just brush it off. Know that karma's a real.
Yeah, and then,
dude, that tap room though, it's good times.
I like it.
I showed up at karaoke one time.
I like the tap room.
I think I sang Santeria, kinda.
Tonight, I think that they're doing, oh, no, I thought it was Friday. Saturday, I don't know what they do on Saturdays, but they have open mic on Thursdays, and then on Fridays they have music.
They do open mic?
Yeah.
You should just show up and mess around.
I've done it. I've done the open mic plenty of times.
Really?
It's fun.
Cool.
The only thing is that you can't cuss. It's
I'm
a
gonna
bar.
do the opposite.
It's a bar, dude. And then this motherfucker's like, hey, don't. I'm like, he's on the family owned.
You know what's crazy is that, so I used to ride the train every day to work when I was like 18 to like 21.
Nice.
And I met, you can imagine all the different types of people you meet from Valencia County that take the train. And I always rode with this crew that said that they were going to start a tap room every day. They would always talk about it. They're like, I'm about to retire. Da, da, da. Sure enough, they did it, bro. And it became that tap room.
Is it El Camino?
Yeah.
No, I saw.
She's like the lady with the glasses.
Who's
like
the guy
this.
with the mustache? That's the asshole that says he can't cuss, bro.
I don't know that guy. I just know the girl. There's a girl there that wears glasses like this.
Oh, shit.
But they're see-through. She might just be like an investor. I don't think she's like the
Probably,
owner.
yeah.
But she definitely has a big part of it.
Because I know the owner, and he's cool, but he's kind of a douche.
Can we do a soundbite? I want to hear some.
You should probably do your facts checks.
I should probably do my facts checks before I
Hey,
come out here talking shit
should,
about the
bro.
owner of El Camino Tap Room.
Hey, you should say that one more time, bro, because that's a
You
reminder.
should probably do your facts checks.
Dude, so I was there, and I was with Donnie Lovedoll. Shout out to Donnie, bro.
Yo, Donnie, you were rolling.
We were over there fucking doing some freestyles, right? And then so I go up there, and there's literally a fucking beat on the fucking speakers. And so I go up there, I'm all, yo, what's up? And then I start fucking like flowing, and I'm like doing a rap.
Did you do a freestyle?
It was good. And then after, dude, he comes up in the middle of it. He's like, stop. You can't swear.
What?
You can't swear.
Dude, come on, dude.
I was like, dude, this is a bar,
Dude,
bro.
we're in Valencia County,
Yeah.
bro. Like, who gives a crap?
He's like, this is a family-owned establishment.
Half the people here are going to drive home drunk.
I know,
You're concerned
bro.
about this
For
guy
real.
cussing?
For real. And they have a 3-drink minimum, but I've gotten
They have a
7
3 drinks
drinks
minimum.
before. I've gotten 7 drinks before. Because of my girl. I'm not going to say her name. I'm not going going to get fired. You know who you are. You always see me.
Mama, let me whisper in your
I don't know, mama. Let me
like to hear.
poop in your butt.
Don't mean nothing.
Don't mean nothing.
So anyways,
Yo,
man.
Tim Henry just texted me.
What do you say?
He said, yo, Nate's a rolling.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. The Amish is pretty freaking cool if you ask me.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
I
dude.
kind of wish I was Amish, actually.
Oh,
I'm pretty buzzed now, dude. I'm kind of buzzed.
Let's fly.
Yeah.
Let's send it 2 hours.
Let's do it. Let's see how long we can
Yo,
go.
there's nothing more crazy than like a gold mic. Like, I feel like everything I spit is gold.
Hell yeah.
You know, I look at myself in the mirror
$20, bro.
and I piss excellence.
Piz excellence.
Shout out to Talladega Nights. Dude, Talladega Nights is on Netflix right now. My girlfriend's never seen it.
Really?
I'm about to freak out.
Dang, bro.
Do you want to hear something even crazier?
Yeah.
She's never seen Dumb and Dumber.
Really? My girlfriend never seen Star Wars, dude.
Me either.
Yeah.
Did you have to convince her?
She was down.
But were you the one that like opened the door?
Yeah.
Same here. My girlfriend is like, oh my god, Star Wars, what do they do? Just shoot like glow in the dark bullets at each other? I'm like, babe, just watch the first one.
Yeah.
There's a whole story arc.
Here's the thing. Did you start her off on Phantom Menace?
no.
Or you started her off on New
Hell
Hope?
no. New Hope, of
Really?
course.
Oh, shit.
I started off on New Hope, so whenever she watched Phantom Menace, she appreciated it more.
Yeah.
She like knew who Darth, that's how we
Yeah.
all experienced
Yeah.
it. She's like, oh my god, that's Darth Vader. Like, he's so cute.
I had to start it from episode 1
No.
because my
Don't do
girlfriend, she
Hey.
didn't get it. I'm just kidding. She's not here anymore.
But that it almost reminds me of like how Quentin Tarantino directs his movies. Like, have you ever seen Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah.
So you know how like he starts the movie off at the end of the chaos and everyone's wondering what the hell's going on,
No.
and half of the movie is like flashbacks of what really happened.
Yeah, right.
It's almost like that. You know, you appreciate like what. That's the crazy thing. You know what's gonna happen, and when you watch the flashback, you're like still like looking at it like what's gonna happen. It's so crazy.
You know what sucks is that we saw Star Wars knowing that Darth Vader was Luke's father, right? And a lot of people start watching Star Wars and they already know, whether they know or not, they might not really know it, but they know that line. Like, no, I am your father, right? They know that shit. So they know that Darth Vader is Luke's father. That's kind of like the biggest bummer is that it's spoiled by pop culture. And if you haven't seen the movie before, that's like the biggest twist that's ruined for you. Imagine being in the fucking theater, bro, in 1979.
Yeah.
Or 1980, when I think it was 1980 when the fucking movie came out. Actually, it might have been
No, it was
79.
way later.
Might have been 79 because I think that
It was
Return of the
69.
Jedi came out in 81. No, because Star Wars came out in 1977. Okay, then I'm pretty sure that Empire Strikes Back came out in 1979, and then Return of the Jedi came out in 1981, which was supposed
and
to
Bad Batch came out in 2021.
which was supposed to be called Revenge of the Jedi. Did you know that?
That's fucking dumb.
They were supposed to call it Revenge of the Jedi, and George Lucas changed it at the end.
Did
because,
George Lucas die?
No, he's still alive. He
Okay,
changed
cool.
it because Jedi don't get revenge.
They don't.
But dude, check this out. You can still get merchandise that still says Revenge of the Jedi. If you ever see anything that says Revenge of the Jedi on it, fucking get that shit, dude, because it's worth fucking so much money.
Yo.
You remember the poster at TK's?
Hey, I don't care what anyone says. Get revenge on your enemies. Okay?
Vengeance
If
is
anyone's
mine,
ever
saith
did you
the
wrong,
Lord.
you put that shirt on and you say, you know what? I'm here and I'm real.
Jesus Christ.
Bruh, bruh, bruh.
Almost knocked over the whole...
Might have to drink some more lemonade to keep you sane. Just kidding.
You want to?
Hey, shout out to frenemies. Yeah, can you pour me up? Shout out to frenemies. One of our favorite podcasts. that
Shout
got
out.
Canceled.
So, we can talk about
Ethan
frenemies.
Klein and what's her first name?
Trisha Paytas.
Trisha Paytas had one of the best podcasts ever. They dressed up for
Dude.
every episode.
That podcast would get like 4 million views, dude.
One of the most entertaining podcasts in the world, Frenemies. It lasted how many episodes? 20. Did they even make it to 30?
I think they made it to 40.
Yeah, they made it to 40. You know, they dressed up as the Mask. They dressed up as the most insane costumes ever. What's that haunted family's name?
The Munsters.
The Addams Family.
Oh,
yes.
that.
Yeah. He dressed up as Uncle Fester. Had the biggest fallout ever. Like, the biggest fallout ever. And you know why I love this guy so much? Because, like, they came out with this merch called Frenemies, right? And just when they did their merch drop, they're like, we're canceled. Like, we're never continuing this ever. How are we going to sell our merch? This mofo has one of their beanies. He said, F it, I'm going balls, dude.
I got a tumbler, too. I have the cup. I have the cup,
way,
too.
dude.
Yeah. So,
Hey, your beanie is fresh.
thanks, bro. My girlfriend bought it for me.
I'll be friend, you be enemies.
All right. Dude, that fits, bro.
One of these days, bro. I mean, dude, who's to say we won't have our own crazy
enough in there?
YouTube page down the road?
Is there enough in there for a shot?
There's a lot in there.
Really? Let me see.
Actually, I don't know.
Let me see it. Yeah, it's good enough. That's good for a little shot guy.
Shout out to Poe.
Oh, Dameron. So, that pink lemonade, vodka,
Tastes like water.
the pink Whitney. So right here.
Dude, isn't that kind of sketchy? It's called Pink Whitney. What are you trying to do? OD in a bathtub?
So, this shit is the best mixed with Sprite.
Ooh.
Dude.
Dude, it kind of looks like the same color as your beanie.
Thanks, dude.
Might as well just finish it.
We can, yeah. My girlfriend
No.
texted me earlier. She's all, let's get drunk tonight.
Say, wait,
Like,
have
what are
you?
you trying to rape me?
Wow, dude. Is it possible for your girlfriend to rape you?
Hell yeah.
Hey, shout out to my girlfriend Kiana. You know, we've never even kissed, but I love you. And one day I hope to hold hands with you. You're my
Look.
favorite person in the world. That's
see it?
That's kind of sexy.
Crown Royal, bro.
Oh, nice, dude. That used to be my favorite drink when I was 16.
Crown Royale.
You want to know what my drink is?
Dogfish head. One of the worst beers ever.
Hey, shout out to the Nelk boys. This one's for Hallerhead whiskey. Just kidding. So, do you see yourself continuing to do this podcast forever? Like, do you see this like as just being a part of yourself from here on out? Or do you have like a goal and it's like once I reach that goal, I'm going to stop?
I think a little bit of both, because the lazy part of me loves to quit shit, bro. I love to quit shit. I love to put shit behind me. I love
That's
to be,
everyone, bro.
I love to be like, man, I never
You're
have
not
to
the
do
only
this
person
again.
that has that in you.
So, yes and no. I think that if I become successful, I'll want to keep doing the podcast, right? Because then people will be like, oh, you know, this guy is, you know, he does this or he does that. Let's listen to his podcast. Right now, kind of going back to what we were talking about before, I'm a nobody, right?
We all are.
Nobody wants to listen to what I have to say, right? Why should anyone click on this podcast, right? There's no reason to. They don't know who I am. They don't know who you are. You know, like, they don't know, dude, they don't even know where fucking Los Lunas is, right?
Who cares? That's the best part of it.
Exactly.
No one knew where Inglewood was.
So this is the
until
pro.
Dr. J rapped about it.
This is the pro, is that nobody knows. So I can fucking come on here and I can say crazy shit. I can do whatever I want to do. I can have on whoever I want to talk about. Like, it doesn't matter. There's no restrictions.
You're not monetized, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's the biggest thing, bro.
Well,
You already got monetized?
on Anchor, but that's if I run ads on my shit.
Don't do that.
And it's only like it's not much. It's literally like not much at all. So
Promise?
I promise, bro.
Okay,
You
dude,
can
I'm
get,
Dude, I'm serious, bro. Like,
if I get monetized, you're gonna be the first one I tell, and I'm gonna be like, dude, this is how you do it.
I'll subscribe to you. I
got
definitely will. I'm just saying, dude, we're literally like at the baby infant stage of our lives. You know, dude, we're so young.
Yeah.
You know, like for you to say like, oh, I might end the pod. Like, no, the people who are watching this are gonna watch me grow from the psycho crazy young kid to like maybe something better. And if not, then oh well.
Yeah.
You know, we go through life, we live life. We all have our own expectations, but at the end of the day, like, you don't want to like overreach. Just live in the moment. Like, me and Nate always have a good time every time we hang out. It doesn't matter where we're at, what we're doing. We all, like, regardless if this podcast was happening, we'd be having the same conversation.
For
Am
sure.
I right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, that's what I told Brandon. I'm like, dude, we literally we have such a good time. Why not just let people why not invite them into our lives and into our worlds?
Yeah.
And make them feel like they're not the only ones who are just goofy and having fun, you know? Because there's so much corporate bullshit, like, shoved down everyone's throats that we just want to hear real people be vulnerable and, like, tell funny stories. It doesn't even, like, have to be crazy, you know?
Right.
Like, we just want to see people be real. Isn't that sad, though, that that's where society's at? We just want to hear people tell a real story.
It is, dude. Do you think Tim Dillon talks about this? He's like, what state is our country in when the most watched people are people who sit down at a table and stuff their face full of fucking food? Mukbangs, dude. It's like one of the most watched things on YouTube. There's something wrong with our society, dude, when the most watched shit is literally a person who sits down at a table and gorges themselves with fucking food, dude. Like, that says so much about our society, dude. Where you don't even have to fucking dissect it. You literally just look at that data. It's like, oh, one of the most viewed shit is fuckers gorging themselves on food. Like, what the fuck is wrong with humanity,
We're going to do the water
bro?
challenge. We're going to do ice bucket challenge. We know you people in Africa are, like, dying for fresh water, but we're going to pour ice buckets on ourselves. And I challenge all my best friends. These people are like, oh, wow, that sounds nice.
Contrary to popular belief, there is water in Africa.
Yeah, most parts. Africa, people don't realize this, but Africa is like 10 times bigger than the United States.
Bro.
Like, everyone's like, oh my God, Africa, Africa is huge, bro. Like, it's freaking huge. Like, the people that I know from Africa are like, yeah, it's like the United States where I'm from is like that part of it. Like, South Africa, like, we don't even know, you know? There's this whole world that people don't even know what's going on.
I have homies in South Africa, and shit in South Africa is going crazy right now.
Yeah, they're burning down farms. Frenemies.
It's crazy to see, bro, but it's not that different from the U.S., man.
Dude, we're
It's
all human beings.
everyone
You
is
can't
the
expect
same,
people from the
bro.
other side of the world to think different than us.
Everyone's the same, dude. Everyone is the same.
Yeah, but we're all given different opportunities. So there's people. That's why people in China are striving in the United States because they're literally like slaves back at their home country.
This
And
is
you're
kinda,
probably gonna get demonetized for me saying that word, but
I'm not monetized on YouTube, so it's all good. If I run ads on Anchor, I would make about $1.25, $1.50 a podcast.
it ain't nothing.
No, but
It ain't about money. We're gonna grow together. We're gonna get. Nate, love you.
I love you too, bro. I'm not trying to focus on the details. I'm
When
not
you
trying to
die,
focus on.
You don't want to die with a fat bank account. You want to die
I
with
do.
people who know your story.
I do want to die with a fat
Not
bank
me,
account.
bro. Legacy is more important.
No, I
Like
think.
when I can I just turn it back to me real quick?
Of course, 100%.
Just
Go
one
ahead.
second. I'll
Yeah.
hand it over. My grandpa, my great grandpa, I live to hear stories about them. Like that's what motivates me, because it makes me feel like that's a part of me, and I want to like strive because I know that they're living through me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when they're telling me stories like your grandpa did this and he was this kind of person and you're just shout out to my mom and dad. They're always telling me, like, they're reminding me where I came from, who I am. And I don't think that's what people get enough of. You know what I mean? So like the legacy of my grandparents and my great grandparents means so much more to me that I could give a crap about how much money they made.
Right.
They were probably dirt broke, bro. But the stories that I've been told are more than gold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So like the generations behind me, that's why I just started doing podcasts, because my kids, my grandkids, like I want them to see me in my prime when I'm rough and raw. I don't want me to be like a 90-year-old guy like, back in the day I used to do this. Like, they're not going to care, bro. This is me. I'm live. I'm living life. I'm on top of the world. I'm making money. I'm telling stories. Like, this is who I am. Nate's one of my best friends.
Likewise, bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
Set off to Dillon.
I think that
I'm nuts.
I don't want to gloss over what you just said.
You won't.
I don't want.
That was a rant.
I don't want to gloss over what you just said, man. Bro, we don't hang out that much, but I think of you as one of my best friends too. And dude, thinking back when I was a kid and looking to now as an adult, shit is so different than what I thought it was gonna be. I thought I was gonna have all my friends, bro, all my friends by my side. I thought I was gonna have, you know, so much more. Like when you're a kid, you look at adulthood as the answer. And I think that's fucked up. That's so fucked up. As a kid, whatever lifestyle you're living through in America, you look towards adulthood as kind of the pinnacle, right? The pinnacle of humanity. The pinnacle of decision making. Right? Once I become an adult, I can do whatever I want to do. I can be whoever I want to be. But then once you fucking become an adult and you enter into this corporate world, you enter into the political world, and you enter into the real world, the world of reality, where nobody gives a fuck about you after you're 18.
Yeah.
They'll beat the shit out of you in the street if you fucking look at them wrong.
All those college funds you owe, it ain't gonna go away.
It doesn't matter, bro. It's not going to go away, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The shit that matters is this, right? Like, hanging out and fucking talking about shit, having someone there who fucking cares about you. When I was a kid, a teenager, the only thing I fucking cared about, dude, was smoking weed. That's literally all I cared about.
The substance.
That's all that I fucking gave a shit about, dude. I didn't give a shit about my friends. I thought I cared about my friends. I thought that I cared about...
No, but I think the reason that you cared about it so much is because you wanted to open yourself up and learn more about yourself.
I think that it's just human nature, bro, because I was trapped in this Christian worldview. And I was trapped in this...
What made you feel the most trapped about it?
I don't want to put this on my parents, but my parents, dude. My parents... 100%. They're the ones who made me feel trapped because they were the ones who restricted me from doing what I wanted to do. And
Do you
dude,
resent them for that?
no. I wish that I would have listened to them. I wish that I would have been a better son. I wish that I would have been a more honorable son. And I wish that I wouldn't have lied so much to my parents. Because that's what I did, dude. I just, like I said, all I wanted to do was smoke weed. So I would lie to my parents. I would tell them what they wanted to hear, you know, just so I could do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what they said. I still did whatever the fuck I wanted to do, bro. It literally didn't matter.
Were you the problem child?
Yeah.
So was I.
Yeah, 100%.
I remember. Well, I'm the firstborn son, and I know you're not. They always say the middle child's a problem child.
I am middle, yeah.
I was the one who paved the way. Like all my siblings were like, we're gonna not do what Josh did, but I didn't know. I was raised in two different worlds, right? So when I was born, my first language was Spanish, because my parents couldn't afford to have a babysitter that spoke English.
Damn.
So for the first 4 years of my life, all I knew was Spanish. And my parents have like video camera me, and I'm like, "Siéntate pa acá," like just saying crazy stuff. And they're like, "Josh, come to us." And like, I won't come. And then my babysitter's like, and she says something, and I just run to her.
Yeah.
And I'm just like going off. You know what I mean? But I didn't know that at a young age. But when I grew up, it all changed. You know what I mean? Like my parents raised me the best that they could. And now that I'm older, I can relate to them because they had me at a younger age. They had me at 22, bro. I'm 27.
Dude. My parents.
If I had a kid that was 4 years old right now, like, I would be freaking out. And the fact that they at least tried to install like goodness in my life at that young age and did the best that they can makes me appreciate them so much more, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, they couldn't afford to send me to, you know, a babysitter that was, you know, more than $50 an hour or $20 an hour, whatever. But it molded me to who I am. So that just shows that money doesn't get you where you want to be in life. Sometimes the poorness in life gives you the biggest riches in the world.
My parents were dirt poor, dude. I literally grew up in a fucking van. I grew up in a 12-passenger van, dude, driving around the United States, going from church to church. That's how I grew up, not having a home, literally sleeping in a different place every single fucking night. And then we came here, dude, and my parents bought a $300,000 house, bro, with no money.
Shout out.
And, like, I don't know what that is, bro. I don't know what that is except God. I don't know what that is. When I was, like, fucking 6 years old, bro, I had a concussion.
From what?
I was fucking playing on an organ, right? We were on the road, and I was probably like 7 or 8. We were on the road, right? We didn't have a place to live. We would live at churches, dude. Everywhere we would go, we would just live at a church. So we
RV?
were anything, whatever they had. We had a 12-passenger van, but we would stay in RVs. We would stay in apartments, homes, churches. Most of the churches, though. And churches would have these little rooms called prophets' chambers, and they would base that off of this Bible verse in the Old Testament, in the New Testament, where fuck, bro, I haven't read the Bible in so long, man. That's got me fucked up. Elijah was Old Testament, and so in the Old Testament, Elijah, they get this from Elijah. He would go to these places, and they would have like these places for him to sleep, and so they call them prophets' chambers, and so. We were at this place, and yeah, they had an organ, and I'm over there fucking around on the organ, and then my brother, Jake, comes up, and, you know, brother shit, he just, like, pulls me down.
Shout out to Jake
Off the bench. It was a bench just like you're sitting on now.
He pulled you off?
He pulled me off, like get down from there.
Yanked you?
Yeah.
On your back?
Yeah, like he was pissed off.
Yo, Jake, why are you doing that?
We were young. I was probably asking for it, dude.
Yeah,
and,
you're probably
you're
definitely being a friend of me.
So he pulls me down, right?
He's
And
probably setting you straight, bro. You're probably talking mad.
For real, dude. I remember this. I remember this falling back.
Boom.
I remember that
Breath knocked
so
out.
fucking clear.
Breath knocked out?
No, I went unconscious.
No way, you hit your
after
head?
that. Yeah. So that's when I
Ooh.
went into concussion, dude. So I fucking fell off the bench, and it's a carpet just like this, but underneath the carpet was concrete. So I fucking
So nothing. Just
So he
concrete
pulls me
basically.
back, and I just hit my head, dude. And then I remember waking up in bed, and my mom is on the phone with the doctor. And she's like, yeah, you know, he's throwing up and all this stuff.
Ooh, that's a big sign.
Yeah. So before that too, I had ate these guacamole flavored chips. They were green chips, bro.
I've heard of those.
They're green.
Shout out
And
to
so I was
Illuminati.
I was eating them, and then I would throw up green shit. And my mom was like, "Oh, he's throwing up green."
Oh.
And then I was like, "It's guacamole chips."
She's like, no, I think he's possessed.
So then we went to the doctor, bro. I remember going to the hospital. I got a CAT scan, dude. All kinds of shit. And they're like, "Hey, he's fine. Like probably minimal brain
Just
damage."
monitor him.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll probably grow up to be retarded, but it's okay.
He's okay. Yeah. So my parents, being kind of like the Christian hippies that they were, we don't have health insurance. We don't have any fucking money. We don't even have a home. All we have is a van.
So you move states.
We were in Florida, and the doctor bills came, and then my dad got a phone call from a church we had been to like 6 weeks previous.
Rip.
And they call, and they're like, "Hey, actually backtrack a little bit. There was a mission board. So a mission board is basically the people who support the missionaries when they go out to do the Lord's work, right?
Right.
So my parents were missionaries. They were getting money from this mission board.
Right.
And there's all these churches that we go to who send money to the mission board, who send money to us. It's like a tax thing,
Okay.
right? So they have it all figured out, so where they get all the taxes, all that stuff figured out. But they send money to us. And there was a church that we'd been to 6 weeks previous, and they say, "Hey, we don't know why. We don't know what's going on, but we are sending a check to the Murdoch family for $4,000.
Real.
Bro, guess how much my fucking CAT scan
Oh,
bills was? It's
Without-
fucking $4,000, dude.
dude, isn't it crazy? Like without like medical, if you're not covered by medical, how much more it costs?
Yeah.
It's insane, bro.
It's so
I'll
much
get
money,
bills
dude.
because, dude, I've been through like at least 20 surgeries in my life.
That's what I was going to say. You said you had a
And-
stomach surgery. I'm like, fuck, did
Dude,
you have...
I've had so many surgeries,
Yeah, bro.
and I'm still getting bills, and they're like, it would have cost $7,000, but you just got to pay $200. I'm like, oh, okay,
So much money, dude.
but it's still a lot. But like, I'm like, dang, if I had to pay $7,000,
It's
like if your
retarded.
parents weren't covered, I'm like, I'd be freaking out, bro.
So imagine being my dad, right? You have 5 kids and you don't have a home.
Hey,
and
you
you
just
have a
got-
fucking
hey,
$4,000
you
bill.
gotta just give one up.
Dude,
Hey, you gotta take little Nate and flick him out.
I was with my dad. Bro.
You got the bill?
When he got the phone call that we were getting a check for $4,000 from people we had never fucking met, dude.
Wow.
From these people we went to a church we never had fucking
What did they
met.
say? What was
They
he
s-
saying? Was he freaking out?
He was crying. I remember him just getting off the phone and crying.
What did you say to him?
I didn't know what was going on. I literally didn't know about the bills. I didn't know anything. I didn't know about the shit till years later, bro. Years
So
later.
now, knowing what you know, do you think different about your parents, how they raised you?
Oh, I thank God that my parents raised me the way that they raised me.
They had your best interest. Like,
I just
at the end
wished,
of it, right?
yeah, I just wish that I would have not lied to them so much, man. I lied to my parents so much, dude, just to do.
But do you think if you were honest, they would have treated you different? Or do you think they would have kicked you out of society?
No, they wouldn't have kicked me out. It would have been better. It would have been better if I was honest, dude. It's always better to be honest.
Are you the
bro.
most honest out of all your siblings?
That would be hard to know.
Because I've met your oldest sibling, and he seems the most open about how he feels, and it seems like it's the opposite of what your parents believe.
He's 100% opposite. So
Do you think he kind of paved the way for you to just kind of just express how you feel?
No, because growing up, he was always consistent with the way he was, like Christianity and all this stuff. Only recently, like about 2 years ago, he became like atheist.
No, I remember being with him one time at a party, and it was like, it came up, I was like, what?
He literally
I'm like, you're a Murdoch? Because like you guys, I mean, your brothers, RJ and Jake, they're like the leaders of the worship team.
Sure, yeah.
What is it? What's the church called?
Zion,
City
of
Church.
Zion,
Shout out to Zion, Matrix. We love you guys.
Zion City Church. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yo, honestly, the Matrix. Remember they had Zion? They did that party.
Yeah.
That's what I think of. I'm like, yo, Zion.
The party was lit.
Dude, that party was sick, bro.
Dude, Matrix 3 or Matrix 2?
2, bro.
Was it Matrix 2?
Dude, remember Reloaded when they threw that party?
Yeah.
That was
No,
like
I remember because there's like all the people and they're like in the underground and they're all
Dude, just throwing.
it's so sick, dude.
Zero, no players, dude.
They're celebrating. They're celebrating.
Dude, Andrew knows what's up. Shout out to Andrew and Celeste. You
Sorry, I
guys know how to throw a church.
Didn't mean to interrupt you, bro. You
No,
were
no, you're
saying
good.
about my brother,
Yeah, about your brother. What's his name?
Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle. I just remember hearing him like just speak his heart about at a party, and you were there. Jake was there. He was there. Everyone was there, right? I think it was at Andrew's house.
Was that Thunder?
Dude, it is.
Damn. It was at Andrew's house. It probably was at Andrew's house because
No. But it just kind of threw me off how opposite he was of like your whole belief system and the way that Jake is and everyone. You know, like he was literally like polarized from like what
100%.
Jake and RJ are. And I was hearing him like, whoa, like that's kind of crazy to think. You know, like that there's one like person in the family that's just
So
opposite.
this is how I cope with humanity, bro. Is because my brother is a fucking like totally different than the way I am. He thinks so completely different than I am.
What's
The
his
way
name?
that I think, Kyle. He thinks so different than the way I think, dude. He looks at everything so differently and he comes to a different conclusion. And I don't want to put him down for that, right? Even though we disagree.
Well, as you grow older and mature as an adult, you realize that there's a reason why there's a reason why everyone thinks the way that they think.
Yeah, man.
It's not like he just thought these thoughts out of nowhere. There's
Right.
different experiences he's had in life. There's different, everything leads up to why he thinks the way he thinks. It's not just some random thought,
Right.
because you're all raised the same. That's the
Yeah.
crazy thing. Your parents didn't like raise every child different.
Right.
Maybe kind of, but not really.
Sure,
Like
sure.
they gave them all the same values. They said this, and then, out of how many siblings do you have?
4.
17?
So there's 5 of us together.
So,
Yeah.
so out of all of them, I mean, there's gonna be one that's like, what the hell's going on?
Right.
And I mean, you're one of them too. And I was the first one, and I questioned everything because I was raised in 2 different lives, right? I was raised in this poverty life that like just showed everything to me, like the world. And then I was raised in this Christian life who told me, don't do this, don't do that. And I'm in the middle, like, who am I? I've had real experiences in both lives. So they're both real to me. What do I do? What's right? What's wrong?
Right.
And like, I really do think that like just going through life and, even reading the Word of God and just experiencing life and failing and succeeding, like the life that my parents tried to give me after all the chaos was right. And I feel like they couldn't help but, just throw me in the chaos because they were so young when they had me.
Yeah.
But they had good intentions. It's not like they were just trying to like throw me into some chaos,
Right, right.
So now as an adult, I'm over 25. I realize, the struggle that they had in trying to teach a young kid how to live life and know what's important. Because like, imagine just not being able to afford a kid to go to a Christian school, whatever, and they're just raised however. And they're, you go to work and they're raised in this whole different life.
Yeah.
And then they go back home and you're like, don't do this, don't do that. And you're like, but that's all I know.
Yeah.
It'll throw you off.
That's why my parents didn't want me to go to public school.
Yeah, and I get it. We get it now.
Yeah.
But at the same
I'm
time,
so
aren't you
thankful, dude.
thankful though, Nate?
I'm so thankful, bro.
That you were kind of exposed to real life and
Yeah,
not
fuck
because
yeah.
dude, you see, I mean, shout out to Amish people, I love you.
Dude, wait.
I'm gonna be honest. The Amish is pretty freaking cool if you ask me.
Dude, but like all these Amish like girls are like become like the most famous like porn stars.
Jesus, dude.
I mean, it's sad,
Yeah.
but like they were so literally like compartmentalized that as soon as they saw the freeway, they're like, "Yes, daddy." Yeah, daddy.
That's the thing where I feel like I am fortunate because versus my older brother, I don't want to speak for him, but I think it's
Kyle?
kind of that, dude. I think it's where he wasn't exposed and I was exposed. At a young age, I was exposed to the real world and I experienced the real world, man. I fucking dropped acid when I was fucking 14, dude. Like, I would not recommend that for anyone. If I could go back, I would probably tell myself to wait. Like, dude, wait a little while, man. Wait till your fucking brain is fully developed, dude. This
Yeah.
shit's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
But I was 14, bro, and I fucking dropped acid, and I fucking realized that everything
Right.
I believed growing up was a fucking lie. Not necessarily like the truth aspect of Jesus and of community of God and of the church is a lie. That's all true. But like the fucking fact of premarital sex is wrong, and drinking is wrong, right? Or cussing is wrong. That's all bullshit, dude. It doesn't matter, bro, because if it mattered, then God wouldn't have given you the fucking ability to speak. If it mattered, then God wouldn't have given you a fucking penis, dude. If it mattered, then God wouldn't have fucking given us any of the shit that we fucking have to enjoy. If God gave us this fucking will inside of us to want to fuck beautiful bitches, that's God-given, bro. And I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care if you're a pastor, if you're a fucking rabbi. God put that inside of you, bro. He put that inside of you to like women and to like big old boobies, dude. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with fucking...
shout out to girls with little boobies.
Bro, I love little boobies. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with fucking saying
I know.
F and then
but
and then a cuh.
Isn't that the biggest reason why when God came down, he wasn't hanging out with these guys that acted like they knew what was right?
Yeah.
Why do you think he was hanging out with the strippers and the real ones? Because he could relate to them more, am I right?
For sure. Dude, I gotta pee so bad.
Dude, just go. I'm on a riff. But we can cut this out.
God, continue.
So
You don't have to. If
God
we cut this
created
out,
us to pee every half hour, but this guy's, he's so soft, he has to pee every like 10 minutes. And, you know, Nate, he's my little bro. But sometimes I just want to choke him out and say, listen, this is what real life's about. Hey, I know you need to pee, and we're doing a podcast over 2 hours. But this is what we do, homie. All right? No, shout out to Against the Grain. Shout out to Against the Grain Custom. You know, Jake is one of my, you know, realest homies. This is the first time I'm ever a guest on any other podcast. That just shows, you know, how much Nate means to me. You know, I'm not the type to just jump on any podcast or anything. I'm used to hosting my own. But, you know, my little bro, he invites me to hang out. This is family. This is real stuff, you know. I'm in his studio. I'm hanging out. You know, we're hanging out. We're drinking lemonade. You know, we're having a good time. And that's what life's all about. You know, we're talking about all these crazy things. You know, what does life mean? You know, what does this mean to me? Why am I here? Blah, 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 blah. It's all about this. Real life conversation with best friends. You know, we're all best friends. If you can look at every human being and understand why they are the way they are, you'll love them. No matter what. If I just go up to some random person on the street and I get to know them, I will love them. You know? Even if they've done so much stupid stuff in their life, if they will just tell their whole story to me like me and Nate just did to you guys, they're amazing people, you know? So just take that into consideration when you're going through your life. And, you know, this guy Nate, he's my little brother. I love him. I hope to hang out with him for the rest of my life. He's my frenemy for life. And that's it, you know? We got Poe in the studio. So our promotion picture for this podcast is going to be me, Nate, and Poe flexing, and I don't have pants on. No, I'm just kidding.
I wish I didn't have pants on. It's fucking hot in here.
I
dude.
don't have pants on, to be honest, so you'll never know.
TBH.
Chocolate chip.
We're on the home stretch, bro.
Scissor Bros.
Scissor Bros podcast.
You know, obviously with Nate, you started this podcast, I think, even before we even started getting online, having a presence.
It's possible. I don't remember.
And, or we might have even started at the same time. And it's kind of beautiful because we both grew up in the same environment. We both grew up around the same people. We didn't even communicate. We both just had the same epiphany at the same time.
Right.
And we both just acted on it. And it just happened that we were both doing it. And we're like, dude, like, welcome to my life. You know, you come to my life, I'll come to yours. We're in the same place and we're just enjoying life. And we're telling stories. And, you know, all the people that we know, they know us, but we want them to know us on a deeper level. They want us to hear all of our mistakes, all of our life lessons, all of the things that we're going to look back on in a year. And I'm going to say, I can't believe I said that on Nate's podcast. Like, I'm such an idiot. Like, this is us growing. Like, who I am now in this present episode isn't who I'm going to be next year. Same with you, Nate. You know, we're growing human beings. We're young adults. We're nerds. We love Star Wars. We love music. We love pop culture. We're going to turn up tonight. And this is like life right here. I'm living life, baby. Yo.
Where can people listen to the Against the Grain podcast, bro?
So we got a YouTube channel right now. We're only on YouTube. It's called Against the Grain Custom on YouTube. So say it again.
Yeah.
So Against the Grain Custom on YouTube, myself and Brandon Cadejo, we host a podcast. We have all locals for now in Albuquerque. You know, we're New Mexico podcast. That's where we're born and raised. So if you guys want to check us out and get weird with us, you know, mine and Nate's experience is just a sample of our lifestyles. So if you guys want to take a step into the murky waters,
Do it.
like and subscribe.
Do it.
Bruh, bruh, bruh.
I'm gonna be honest. The Amish is pretty freaking cool if you ask me. I kind of wish I was Amish, actually.
Thanks, bro.
I love you.
Love you too, bro.
Yeah, happy since your call. Yeah, happy.